It's breaking prophecy news. Today, your top Bible targets on 11/28/2016 Monday. A car with at least 2 people rammed a building at Ohio State University this morning. One person was armed with a large butcher knife. The other had a gun. That suspect was killed by police, the one with the knife. 2 people were taken away in handcuffs, and at least 9 people had to be taken to the hospital for injuries. The attacker drove up onto a curb there at the school and then struck pedestrians, then got out of the car and started assaulting people with the knife. The suspect is a Somali refugee, 18-year-old student. This is similar to terror attacks happening in Israel and inspired by the devil, ISIS, and Al-Qaeda. In other news, President-elect Donald Trump claims serious voter fraud in states won by Hillary Clinton. But he says the media is ignoring the story due to bias. His comments are in response to Green candidate Jill Stein, who asked for a recount in 3 states won by Trump. She's being funded by globalist George Soros. Please continue to pray for this divided state of our United States of America, as only united will we remain standing. In world news, in Israel, wildfires continue to ravage the country and thousands of people being forced to evacuate in mass evacuations, more than a dozen arrests of arsonists there. Please continue to pray that God might protect Israel and bless them. A story out of the Associated Press: Turkey, which is in the Middle East, the teachers there returned to school in September only to find schools decimated by expulsions and more than half of their textbooks gone. About 2,250 educational institutions, otherwise known as schools, were sealed with police tape, shut down. Schools are now the critical battleground in Turkey after the supposed attempted coup, July 15 led to huge purges of government officials. About 125,000 people were arrested. About 125,000 people were expunged from the police force, armed forces, judges, and the judiciary and other ministries. More than 46,000 people that would fill up Aloha Stadium were arrested. Educators have borne the brunt of the crackdown, accounting for nearly half of those arrested, expelled, or suspended. Keep an eye on this country, Turkey, as it is a test case for the global powers to reign in ultimate power. And that would be the one world government prophesied in the Bible. Meanwhile, in Iran is interested in having naval bases built in Syria and Yemen. This would be the fulfillment of prophecy in Psalm 83, where all the countries surrounding Israel stand against her. Again, that's Psalm 83. Check it out for yourself. BBC reporting today that Japan estimates the cost of cleaning up the radioactive contamination and compensating victims of the 2011 Fukushima nuclear disaster has more than doubled. And finally, from the WND, India's Prime Minister has called for the nation to become a cashless society. India is the second largest country in the world, second only to China, and their population ranks about 1.2 billion people, now going cashless. Meanwhile, the African country of Zimbabwe also changing their currency today. By the way, a cashless society is one of the biggest markers of the end times. Bottom line, keep your eyes on the prize, Jesus returning in the skies.